Hi flower maker, welcome to my video where I want to show how to make poinsettia flower, giant poinsettia flower which is 50 centimeters wide and it will be made of crepe paper. For poinsettia we're gonna need Italian crepe paper, green and red or any color what you want. This time I have 589 and 591 and it must be 180 grams. Probably would be fine with 140 as well, but nothing less. Usually these crepe paper what's in craft shops those are for kids, and they could be fine for smaller flowers, but if we need to make big flower it will be not strong enough. Then we need scissors, of course, glue gun. It will be easier with big glue gun, not the small ones, and it needs to be hot glue, not cold glue, because well, there is a difference. And we're gonna need wire. I'm gonna use white wire, which is 20 gauge. Some green wire as well, and which is 20 gauges too. And from this one we're gonna need only one, which is 18 gauge, which is a little bit stronger. And for center, well, I'm using these. If you don't have them, don't worry, you can make something. You can use wire again, or simply just cut paper for a center, small tiny pieces, and it's gonna be good, same good. And you can then spray it with gold or without gold. It's really like you like. Okay, if you have a ruler, use the ruler. I have a mat where I can see the measurements, and we're gonna need 16 centimeters wide, 2 pieces, take them and make them in a square. So again, 16 centimeters, 16 and a half almost. Next one, 30. So there will be six petals for center, which are going to be smaller, and we need 12, a little bit bigger. They're going to be 25 centimeter squares. So there's 12 of 25, and 6 pieces with 16. Now we will need our glue and our wires. For small ones, we're gonna need only half of it. So these wires are 36 centimeters long. We're gonna cut them in half. for a large one, gonna be all length. We're gonna need 12 of them. And let's make 4 green leaves as well while it heats up. Same 25 centimeter squares. We're taking a leaf, and I usually do all the same way. I don't like one time that, one time that. I always put square that all lines would go to the left side top, and that's why they always gonna be the same. So, but always you need these lines to go on one way to the top, and we cut diagonally. Try to cut it as straight as possible. If you need, use a ruler. Only you can't draw any lines on the paper because they're gonna stay visible. So you need to try to cut straight as much as you can. Maybe you can try to use paper cutter or something, but it won't be easy on crepe paper like that. So when it's diagonal, we keep these lines this way. Now we'll use one of wires. Plan is to put all glue, all line, and on this part little bit more, so it would cover wire from both sides, not just on one side. Otherwise it can look ugly. But you need to do it quite fast because it's gonna get cold, and then if you're not gonna stick it other side quickly enough, there will be holes. And if it's for your own use, then it's fine. But if you do it for present or for buyer, then you need to make it prettier. If you would do wire only in the middle, paper would be floppy. That's why we cut it diagonally, because this way it's strong, it doesn't need any more wires. When I do that kind of leaves for other flowers, when they are just leaves, you can make them any directions and look them more natural. So cut diagonally. Doesn't need to be perfect, but try as straight as you can. If it's not so easy for first time, maybe I get it, then do it in half. You can do a little bit more than middle, and then put wire, a little bit leave out because we're gonna need that, and put the wire cover the wire. And then you can just glue what's left. So always remember, lines need to go this way, like up. Same about large petals. That's it. Okay, last leaf is done. Really, just check if there's no holes somewhere. If you need it, put some glue. The wire is not visible anywhere. Okay, next step. Let's start with small ones. Now this side where we was working, you can see a little bit wire more than other side. This one is more flat and looks better. That will be always the visible side, and this side will be the back. Now let's cut them. I cut them quite wide, but it's up to you. If you think poinsettia leaves need to be not so wide, just cut them like you like. Just so easy. So around one corner, and cut it till top corner. Turn around, cut this corner around, and cut it nice corner here. And the bottom as well, we can't leave it like this. Next, we need to make our veins for leaves. There's many ways how to do it. Basically, two ways. First one is simply with fingers. Just press thumb nail into finger here. And that's how it's gonna have this texture. For this size, it's a little bit harder to do with fingers, and sometimes if there's loads of them, then it's easier way would be this way. You take something soft, like I have this, or you can fold a towel, or maybe even can try with a pillow or something like that. You put it on and take any kind of stick. I have brush. I will use this side of brush and just draw lines. Also, that's why it was important to cut diagonally and glue them back together like this. So you would have these lines this way. If you would just use paper, all lines that way, you can't do this. Now we need some green paper. I have just simply already used the same green paper that I was using for petals. Just cut piece like that, and one side stretch it out, but not all, otherwise it's gonna be really long and it will be harder to work with that. Just one side. And we need our center. So I'm gonna use I'll use 6 little wires. Now we take a little bit thicker wire. I'm using 18 gauge. Bend it and like connect it all together. I'll have a little bit of glue on this green paper and put it this connection in the middle, so we can wrap it around like that. And it's gonna stay safe like this. And let's start putting next leaf petals on it. Put a little bit here and a little bit on the paper. And glue a little bit of that corner as well. In first row, we need 3 little petals. Tiny bit, like really tiny bit of corner from paper. Otherwise they might wobble around and to make it all process not so easy. Now a little bit more glue and roll it a little bit down. There's 3. I hope it's visible. Sorry, it's my first time making the tutorial video. So, about 1 centimeter lower, we're gonna put our next 3 petals, and they will go between previous petals. So there's first row, and now we're putting them in these spaces. If you cut them smaller, you can use for 1 row 4 of them. That's also gonna be very pretty. Down a little bit here. And hold it in a place so it doesn't move away. So it's gonna be easier. So a little bit glue here and here. The petal in the corner of paper as well. And hold. Right now they can be a little bit closed, that's fine. You can open them later. And now we make a little bit more glue on green paper. And roll it lower. Yeah. Right now, I would say it's pretty enough for a smaller flower. It's 6 petals. You can use it in a Christmas tree. It will be really pretty decoration. Just cover it till end and use it like that. Right now it's 30 centimeters wide, like this. Yeah. gonna use next 3 of them. Bend a little corner, really just tip of finger. And the same between previous petals. This is for the corner. And to hold it in place. A little bit more than this. Next 3 of them. It looks pretty good already like this, but I will put one more line. Obviously, if you want, if you like it like that, you can keep just with 6 smaller and 6 larger petals. If you like them a little bit fuller, use more 6 more red petals. And between each line, you need about centimeter, maybe a little bit more space. And always make tiny bit of corner. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult to hold all together. They're gonna shake and wobble. And green, once we have 4, You can make 6 if you want, but it's enough with 4, I would say. So obviously, at first, you're gonna put 2 in opposite sides, and then 2 more on other sides. Here. And now we just cover the rest of visible wires here. And it's done. I hope it's easy to see. Now it's 50 centimeters wide. If you want to make it even bigger, then this last row with 6 petals, you can make them from 30 centimeter squares, but then 20 gauge wire won't be strong enough. Then it will be better with 18 watt, or maybe even if you get stronger wire, then stronger, but 18 gauge would be better. That's 1 millimeter thickness, if it helps. If you find 24 gauge, that won't be strong enough for such a big flower. Only for maybe small flower. But best would be really use 20 or 18. I would like to add a little bit of gold on edges as well. I'm using just normal, usual spray paint, gold one. You can use brush and paint like usual. And just a little bit in the corner. You can spray some glitter on it, that will be really pretty. And that's it, that's how it's made. If you need to make it on a long stem, I will show it in different video to save time on this one. There we come. Thank you for watching.